Hi guys, we've got a 2016 Volkswagen Amarok here. Just want to give a bit of information about the serpentine belt and tensioner, especially the tensioner. They can be a bit tricky to work out where the bolt is that holds the tensioner in place. So on this one here, this is the 2-litre engine in the Amarok from 2010 onwards maybe. It's the same engine that's also in the Volkswagen Crafter, Mercedes Sprinter, a whole heap of other Volkswagens. Very similar engine, a lot of different engine codes cover that engine. But this is the tensioner out of it. They're a common problem for failure. Now I've already got the old one out, but I'll show you where it is. Actual tensioner is down in here, sits in there like that. But the actual bolt, there's no bolt from the front of you. If you're trying to get it out, you will not be able to. The actual nut on the pulley, that only takes the pulley off the tensioner, doesn't actually get the tensioner out. So to get to the bolt, you've got to, if you come down on, you've got to get right up on the top here. And then if you look down the side here, you can see the alternator. If you get your hand and you go down underneath the alternator and above the power steering pump. Now you can sort of look down in here, but there's not really anything much that you can see down there. But if you go all the way in towards the block, then you will feel the head of the bolt in. Oh, it's really hard to see. There's not really anywhere where you can see, but if you're looking down here, you can see my fingers, my hands going through underneath there, and you can feel the head of the bolt right down in there. So if you get down in there, you can get a standard length 13mm spanner onto it and crack it loose. And then once it's loose, it's a bit tedious to try to get it out, unscrew it all the way out with a 13mm spanner. But if you crack it loose, then I find just with my fingers I can get it out. Just very slowly, a bit tedious, but that is the tensioner for it. Now they are a common problem for failure, so if you're replacing the serpentine belt, I do strongly recommend replacing the whole tensioner assembly as well, just because they do cause a lot of problems. On this particular vehicle, the belt had been replaced, and a couple of months later the belt threw off again. The new belt got destroyed and another belt was put on, and then in no time that belt was destroyed as well. And he's asking what's going on. I had a look at it, and that tensioner had a lot of play in it, and it was causing the belt to be pushed off the pulley. And because the belt is captive inside the cover, there's a cover that covers all of these pulleys and the belt. That cover keeps the belt captive in there, and it just runs around until it destroys the belt. So no big deal. It's an easy job. Should take about, for me, it takes about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. You've got to pull the thermofan. Oh, it's a lot easier if you pull the thermofan out. Maybe it can be done without, but I always just pull the thermofan out, and then you can get a fairly easy access to it. So I hope that helps. This is on the Volkswagen Amarok, replacing the serpentine belt tensioner. Have a good day. Bye.